The rhythm of the swing never changes. Is it long enough? They're beginning to applaud, and quite rightly so. That is a simply magnificent shot from Colin Montgomery.
Rory's the winner. Not a million miles away, is it?
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Talk Golf Scotland. With me, Stuart Whiteford, and today in the room I am joined by Peter Whiteford.
Good morning, Stuart.
Brother Peter and Uncle Donald.
Good morning, Stuart.
Andy, what's Andy's excuse this morning? We just phoned him. He's meant to be here. He said he gave us the thumbs up. He'll be here.
Yeah, his alarm never went off, he said.
His alarm this morning.
Yep. I think he likes a cosy wee bed at this time of year.
Yeah. Do you think Andy wants to be on the podcast?
He says he does. Who am I to doubt him?
He says he likes it. Well, anyway, he's not here because he slept in.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, he's a grown man.
I know. I get really.
When's the last time somebody said they slept in to work?
Yeah, well, my daughter's 17 today, so this was yesterday was the last day we're waking her up for anything. So it's your responsibility to get up.
Yeah.
You know, it's not difficult. But up until now, it's, right, Rebecca, time to get up. But not anymore. That's it. Tough.
6 alarms set this morning, did you?
Going to let her sleep in from stuff.
I bet you don't.
I know we won't. Anyway, yeah, so what you guys been up to? I mean, it's been a pretty dreich weather. The winter is here. It's like you said the other week, we've gone straight from summer into winter. There was no autumn this year.
That's right, and there's a few courses that have already got their mats out. Along Kingsfield, where I am, the mats are out already. So playing lessons and all that stuff have basically, they grind to a halt when that happens. So although we can still do them, you can kick them to the rough. It's the only time of year I actually hit the fairway, and then you have to kick it to the rough. But no, it's not really. Yeah, it's winter, isn't it?
There's some mats more. I've found out this thing. There's some mats more popular than other mats. There's these ones
specialist mats now.
We sell them called Spurk. Spurk should be giving us some sponsorship money as well now. But my God, these things go like hotcakes. And when I got them in, I was like, 28 quid or whatever they are for a mat. Who's going to buy that? But I did know that some people like them. But yeah, hotcakes.
Yeah.
Hotcake, and you buy a little bag for them, so they hang on the side of your golf bag with your wee mat.
So is that where you keep it when you're playing?
You put it back in its
Put it back in the bag every time.
And it's poked.
That's like having as bad as having iron covers, is it not?
Well, you put it in your golf ball.
I don't play in the winter. I try not to play anywhere with mats. But no, I slide it into my pocket.
But they are quite good because you stamp on them and they've got like a claws that hold them in the turf, so they don't move when you hit a ball. They are better than other mats.
Definitely helps. But some of the mats you can put a T-peg in or whatever as well to keep it. And I have done that the last few times I've played, and it definitely makes a difference when the mat's more solid. But I can take a divot with a mat anyway. I can get a bit steep on it and mat and divot.
Jesus Christ.
That's just his putting. Spins a lot as well.
That's just his putting.
That's some strength and weight going into that ball, isn't it?
There's a lot of weight going into it. I don't know about strength, but there's weight.
Yeah. So have you done any golf, Peter?
Well, I've not. I had my toes done. Remember, so I've not.
We're not going the toes route again.
No, I know. But no, they're a lot. They've recovered very quickly. She's the woman I was in yesterday again. She says, "I think you're a superhero." No, but it's recovered really quickly. So yeah, I probably could hit balls now, which is fine. So I may do that this week at a few, but I don't think I will.
That is cold.
But yeah, no. As far as golf, no, I've not really done anything in terms of golf. Coaching's still been quiet this spell, and yeah, just very little. I've got very little stories for you this week.
Yeah, well, you're having TrackMan problems this morning.
We are, yeah. We're having problems with the Wi-Fi, and I know that shouldn't really affect TrackMan too much, but it does in terms of the camera. So yeah, we're having a bit of trouble downstairs with the TrackMan, and it's fine. We'll get it working, and I'll be able to use it to a certain extent. Maybe not its full glory, but I'll be able to use it in a certain extent, and that's fine. But it kind of begs the question, like nowadays when we've got all this equipment and information and numbers, and does it make you a lazy coach? I started my coaching without TrackMan, so and in the first couple of years I didn't really use TrackMan at all, and I think that was a good thing. I think that sort of it let you maybe learn a little bit more. But I mean, I'm not saying for a second. I think you should use technology.
I love the way you're starting to argue with yourself already.
No, I think it was a good learning base when you start your coaching out. I wouldn't advise it for coaches nowadays, but when I was starting out coaching, it wasn't, not everyone had a TrackMan anyway, so it was kind of not that weird. But now if you go for a lesson and there's not the TrackMan or the GC quad or something like that, you kind of think, this isn't.
I was just saying that to Don downstairs. Do you think that's the pupil thinks that?
I would.
Or really?
As a pupil, I would. So
if
I always used to liken it to taking your car down to the garage. So you take your car down to two garages. One garage, there's old Jimmy in there who's been working on cars for 100 years. Brilliant. Everyone trusts him. He says, you need a new schmeeny weenie. I don't know anything about cars, obviously. And then you take it to the other garage and they pop the fob in the machine, blah, 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 and it spits out all these numbers and you need the same schmeeny. You trust the machine. It's more of a trust thing.
Do you really?
It's more of a trust thing, I think. I think sometimes when you show people that he's...
Old Jimmy will fix it.
Old Jimmy will fix it.
Right. And you'll take it into the electronic garage and, we don't know what's wrong with it. Or, we do know what's wrong. Oh, that hasn't fixed it. But old Jimmy will fix it.
Yeah, I
Bad analogy, I think, to be fair, Peter, because cars have just moved on so much.
So is golf coaching.
Yeah, no, but no. What you're dead right. You learn to coach through your eyes.
You do
to start with, right? And we should all still be able to go back to that. Right?
I just think it's less guessing games when you have the numbers in front of you as a coach as well. Like you kind of
when you need to be exact when you're talking about the elite players, but your average player doesn't need to know exact numbers. They still don't know what half the numbers mean anyway.
Yep, I agree with that.
And all it does, right? So I love a wee argument.
No, it's fine. No, look, even if you disagree, I like an argument.
It just backs up what you're saying.
Correct.
Right? And it can you can quantify it, right? You're coming over the top. You need to get it right more underneath, whatever it may be, and you can say, well, you're out to in by 12 degrees. Right? That's actually a lot better. I know it's still out to in, but you're now down to 4 degrees.
Yeah.
Right. So you can quantify it that way, and then the next time they can say, I'm getting better. I was 12 degrees. So you can quantify it better. That's all it is, and it backs it up, but it fluffs up a lesson. I don't think it's necessarily essential for everybody. Video is more because it's the visual of it.
We've had this discussion before. If everything broke down and you had the choice out of you've still got video or you've got TrackMan, which one could you live less with?
No, it depends on the player that you're teaching.
Yeah.
There has to always be a human element, doesn't there? I mean, otherwise you're all going to lose your jobs to AI, because TrackMan could easily make a program, I'm sure, that could look
already
at
has.
Just about have, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. So, and I've seen a biomechanics one where anyway, Bryson DeChambeau was talking about it, but it's amazing what AI can do now. But there's still that human element.
There's still the root cause to the problem that you produce at Impact, and that's where the better coaches find it quicker or find it. Do you know, like there's a reason why you're producing the 12 left. You got to find the root cause first and then go from there. And I think that's what the better coaches do more often. And yeah, look, TrackMan's made me a better coach. It's 100% made me a better coach. I think any information you get will make you better. And if you're not trying to get better, you'll stall out and everyone will overtake you. But it's weird going back, and it's weird going back if you weren't able to use it. It would be strange. But then you've got to remember all these coaches. Well, no, because they've got the TrackMans on the tours on the ranges, but there's still an element of Butch Harmon saying he's got 2 TrackMan, he's got 1 left eye, 1 right eye, all this stuff. He's got 2 every single day. It's just equipment is come on a lot. Technology's coming a lot. It's the little things. It depends, like Don says, when you're teaching the better player that it's finite reasons. It's nice to sort of put numbers behind them, I suppose.
The TrackMan can't tell you how it should feel, what it does feel like.
No,
right? And you need to get that information back and forward. The communication between the coach and the pupil is so important, right? as to how it feels and what their thoughts are for getting it into these positions.
Yeah.
And the trackman can't do that.
No, exactly. I totally understand that what you said there. But feel is something no AI is going to be able to tell you.
No.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I do think there'll be a few. I might be one. There'll be a few coaches out there that are poor golf coaches, but with a TrackMan they can blag it into a lesson, can't they? And I think that's the downside to TrackMan. I think pretty much anyone can coach. You know, I could teach my wife to coach in TrackMan within a week, and she could probably give a lesson. I'm not saying it's a good lesson, but she could blag it through. Do you know what I mean? I think the technology's there, and that's what you're talking about, the AI stuff. But you still need a good golf coach in there to help the people get there quicker.
Technology's all good until it doesn't work, though, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And then it's really rubbish. We've had our till system hasn't worked well this week. It's been a nightmare.
Can't take money off folk.
Well, you can. I mean, how can you be in a situation nowadays where Wi-Fi goes down and I can't take your money? You know, like, okay, if you have cash, but even then, I need the computer to open its till, so I can't get it open. You know, like, nothing works. It's an absolute nightmare without, you know, that we're so reliant on computers and technology and Wi-Fi now that it's just crazy.
I can remember even years ago, my old boss at the time saying, you know, I'm the only guy in the county that can teach without electricity.
Until somebody wants to give you money, and you can't. Well, you take cash out. And you're quite happy with cash.
Cash is king.
Cash is king. Oh well, Donald, have you been? What is your TrackMan working?
My TrackMan's working fine. Yeah, the only time my TrackMan kind of botches up is when Peter's been in the bay.
There's a common theme here.
Yeah, there is. I come in on a Monday morning, he's been in on a Sunday, I think, oh shit, what mess is going to be in here.
Have you been down using my till, Peter?
I do nothing of the sorts.
So yeah, I haven't played any golf at all. Kind of lost a wee bit of the notion for it, but I'll need to get back into it. I've got a couple of weddings coming up. And once I get them out the road, that'll be the turn of the year. I'll get back into it in January. But yeah, I can't say it's you know,
not very
enthused
appealing
about it. You know, I met Chris McMaster, who's a friend of the pod, last night, and he said, "Oh, Pete and I are playing golf on Friday. Do you want to join us?" And I didn't even think about it. I just said no.
Just no excuse.
Just no excuses. No, I'm not playing on Friday.
We won't be playing on Friday.
Doesn't matter what you say to tempt me. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know, we're going for beers after it. Well, I'll join you for the beers possibly, but I'm not golfing. No, looking out the window there, that doesn't entice me out at all. And I'm standing teaching all day, and I just freezing.
You go stone cold.
Yeah,
stone is. Yeah.
Does it just gets into your bones? So no, I'm gonna have a wee lay off. The last round I played was awful, so I'm gonna go with the mode of I'm not gonna practice my rubbish. I'm just gonna lay off, and it'll get better. I'll get better just from not playing, and I'll go back to the good memories.
Oh, well, it sounds like I'm the only golfer in the room then.
You pretty much are at the moment, yeah.
I played in another competition, and I started like a steam train. I had a good drive off the first, made a par the second, and the third's a par 4, and I drove it onto the green, like 10 feet away, and I was putting for an eagle.
The forward tees.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I missed my eagle putt. Then the fourth, but I got my birdie. Fourth is the toughest par 4 and 5.
Yeah. Oof.
Toughest. I had a drive and a gap wedge to about 10 feet. 2 under I was after 4.
Forward tees at 4 as well.
Forward tees every hole. It's winter.
Downwind as well. There's no way you got to go.
What length was it?
My distance hasn't increased this much. Straight downwind. Forward tees. But anyway, I was
playing 320.
I was 2 under. Third hole, my wedge is like right over the stick, screws off the front, and then that was really the end. I then turn into the wind, and I find into the wind golf quite difficult still. Do you know, like, I was on the 7th hole at Lundy's, a very simple hole, right? There's nothing to it. You whack a iron over the hill, and then you're chipping on the green. Yep. Having said that, at the moment, some idiots, vandals, have vandaled the seventh
They've
green.
they've
vandalised it. There's nothing that I hate more in the world than people that vandalise golf greens and fly tippers. I also don't like paedophiles, murderers, and rapists. But, you know...
but not as much as you dislike people that...
vandalise the greens. They're the worst. But so the seventh green is out of action, which means we're just playing a stupid par 3 over the hill. But still, it's the tee shot. Right? There's an easy tee shot. You hit anywhere between for me a 4 iron and a 7 iron off that tee, depending on where the wind is. Sometimes a 3 wood if it was a gale force. But you know, it's just a very simple over the hill. But I've got a mental block against that shot. I can't do it.
You hit it out of bounds quite often.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I hit it out of bounds last week with a 7 iron. I hit it about, I was at a foot from it out of bounds with a 5 iron this week. And I stand there, and because it's such an easy shot, I refuse to aim left now. I thought, well, I'm not going to just bail out left and hit a stupid shot. I must hit it at the middle of the flag. You would never hit it. I would never hit it out of bounds if there was a par 3 there. That's a terrible shot.
Yep. We're agreeing with you.
How do you
Pete's shaking his head.
How do I go over this mental block? How do I deal with this? Because I can't. I can't.
What shot do you try and hit, Stuart?
Yeah.
Well, like with a 5 iron or a 7 iron over the hill, I try and hit a straight shot.
Well, there's the problem, isn't it?
What do I do then? Well,
Hey.
I try and hit a draw. I'm thinking, well, I've hit a draw. I'll come out of it and hit a fade out of bounds, right? So I can't hit a draw.
So hit a fade then.
Okay, maybe try that.
See, there you go. Huh?
We all get.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that eventually.
That was tough. That was tough. Just punch fade or something. Just get someone in there.
Just hit it left side of the green and just cut it in.
Turn it into a golf shot.
But do you ever refuse just to play the crap shot? Like, I don't know, the very next hole is the 8th hole, out of bounds all the way down the right, and I spend all my life on the 9th fairway, or in the trees, the tiny bunch of trees on the left of the 8th. I spent all my life there. I never hit the 9th fairway, and sometimes I'm just going to aim at the fairway. It's there, it's
Just
a white...
stubbornness.
It's a white...
Tin cup.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we hear this on the TV all the time, like people saying like McIlroy always takes on the right shot, or certain guys take on the right shot to always try and produce the right shot. And I think it's a pile of rubbish. I don't think they do at all. I think you play what's comfortable to you. Like I think too often people think that the right shot is, you know, when I say the right shot, I mean like you got to work it towards work it away from the trouble, or work it to whatever the right shot is. The flag on the left, you draw it in. It just doesn't happen in real life. I think it's commentator words half the time. I think the right shot's the one that you feel comfortable with, isn't it?
Yeah, the right shot's the one you know you can hit.
Yeah.
Right? Go to your stock shot that you can hit. Doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else. If you're under pressure, you need to hit that shot that you know you can hit.
Like I said, look, when I was struggling with my driver, and I've struggled quite massively with my driver at one point, like I said to you, I used to pretend I was swinging in a net. I mean, I forget what's out there in the fairway. Just ignore that and pretend I'm swinging into a net, or feel like I was holding my balance. You make it a challenge for a simple challenge. Or if you're in a bay and you've got 2 sticks in front of you, you've got to hit them between the sticks. Like we get the kids, some pupils to do that even. If you do that, it's amazing how straight you hit it. I mean, just make it a golf shot again. Make it into something you can definitely do, and don't take away the environment a little bit. There's ways around these things.
Okay.
There's 100 ways to do it.
Well,
You've got to find the one that works for you. Like, have you ever stood in a bay, like, for example, my bay, and I get people do this all the time, where they're, like, wailing away miles offline, and I say, like, see that little flag out there, and it's only 20 yards away from the front of the bay, go and hit that with a driver. Like, literally hit it. And they come so close to hitting it. And then if you look at actually where the ball's finished, out, it would have hit the fairway. Whether it's got a little tail of a fade or a draw. I mean, if you can make it into, like, a...
I love hearing you talking like this. Because I used to talk to you about the driver all the time and talk, right, start line. I don't do start lines.
Well, it's not. It's a target then, isn't it? It's not really a start line. A start line is, well, it's a target.
A stick right in front of you is pretty much a start line, is it not?
Yeah, but it's a challenge.
Okay.
I don't see it as a... I know where Donald's coming from, but I still to this day can't do start lines. I can't...
But that's what you're talking about. You just said you put 2 sticks out in front, hit it between them. That's a start line.
Well, it depends how you frame it. I see it as I'm trying to hit the stick. I'm not... You're saying that's a start line. I'm saying it's a challenge to hit the stick. It's 2 different things to me.
However, what you teach and what you do yourself are sometimes two different things.
Oh, 100%.
Of course it is.
But anything, just make it into a golf shot again. Make it into hit a 30-yard cut, hit a 30-yard hook, hit a really low one, hit a really high one. Anything.
Yeah, well, I think you've sorted me. I think. So I'm looking forward.
Tune
to
in next week, folks.
How does Stuart get on the 7th? Anyway, I was 2 under, and then I finished bogey. As soon as you turned into the wind, a couple over, I finished. Rubbish. Started hitting all over the place.
I love the way you said it's like it came out like a train. You played the easy holes first and then the hard holes.
Finished like a little 3-wheel.
I always think it's good to get off to a good start because you can hang on if you've done some. If you get 3 under, whatever your good start is, level par, whatever it may be, it's easier to hang on than playing the tough holes first and getting 3 over or 4 over, and suddenly you've got to make the birdies to get yourself back.
I prefer starting well.
Yeah. I think it's easier to hang on than to chase it and make a lot of birdies.
However, I didn't hang on. So that was that.
Stuart, you did hang on. You shot 2 over.
Right.
Don't kid on that you're not happy with that.
Well, yeah, it's a very short goal. You're playing on front tees, remember? Front tees.
Still, this time of year though.
Nice weather. It was. I mean, it was nice on Saturday. It was. There was a bit of breeze. It wasn't as cold as it was advertised, and yeah, it was good. You know, another thing, right? And this, I don't want to call it a moan because, maybe this publicly isn't the way to. I'm going to do it. Anyway.
Just spit it out.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I was on. So you've got to book your time, and this goes on at different clubs as well. You've got to book your time the week before. We've talked about this before. You got to be finger ready at 7:30, and as soon as it changes, I'm going to go for 8:36. No, somebody's got it, and then you go 8:48, and then I got 9:02. I got it, and I was like, oh, thank God for that. I got one. So I got my time. Went away to the toilet, came back. 3 randoms have put their name next to me. I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, because I'm about to put, I'm going to play with Michael and maybe Rebecca and maybe fight. I would definitely get a 4. It's gone. I'm now in. I feel like. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like they're strong arming me. I feel they're just going right. I will put our name next to that guy, and that guy will pull out because of us 3, and then we'll get our 4th guy anyway.
Did they actually know you? Because it sounds like you can easily get strong armed.
Well, I did what I did. I'm not, and I'm not playing there. But I waited. I was thinking I'm going to wait and really pee them off all week and only cancel it on Friday night. But I didn't. I found another time and we're playing much later, which is really annoying. But what do you think? I mean, and I understand, like, that's the rule.
Yeah, when you booked it, you should have put in 3 guests.
Yeah.
But like, that's as if I'm going to play on my own. It's surrounded by 4 balls. I feel like it's my time. That's how I feel. I feel like it's my time, and I booked the time. I'm going to book.
I've got the time, boys, right, and I'll get right. Pete, you come to play, and you come to play. You'll get your other 3 during the week at some point.
I'll fill it up. Maybe there should be a rule saying, come Friday or something. If you've not filled your 4 ball, you should open it up to somebody else if they want to join you. I don't mind it being inclusive, but.
See, I would never do it. I would never see it if I was wanting to play at 9 o'clock and there was one guy playing on his own. I wouldn't put my name next to him because maybe like your situation, or maybe he just doesn't want to play with other people.
Or you give them a courtesy call or whatever it says it. And I've had that in the past. People call me, don't see your name's down. Is it okay if we join you?
Yeah,
and I think that's fine.
Yeah,
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
As opposed to just shoving your name down with somebody.
Yeah.
Because I think your phone number's available.
As a member.
So I think that would be just the way around it to do it.
There'll be other people crying out here saying, well, it's a members club, and if you want to get to meet people, this is how you meet people. And I get that side of the story as well. And
the club wants to maximise what they've got. You've only got so many members, and you want everybody to get a chance to play.
And limited tee times at this time of year.
Totally understand that. In actual fact, I actually think that you talked about mixing. If they're so popular with members on a Saturday morning to play this eclectic thing, why not just run it as a wee competition, and just you put your name down. And do a draw. I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah.
I would be very happy. Just to play with different people every week and keep the club mixing in winter with members when everybody wants to play on a Saturday morning. I wouldn't have a problem if it was all drawn 4 balls, but I know that there's lots of people out there that only want to play with their best friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the modern way these days, isn't it?
You can
don't
please
love it.
some of the people some of the time.
Yeah, but I got peed off at that one, so
You got strong armed.
I don't even blame the people that put their name next to me.
No, not at all.
It is the rules, but yeah, I don't really like it. I don't think. No. but yeah, from now on, it's going to be Stuart Whiteford. Guest.
Correct.
Which seems stupid. It's like, it seems stupid that you have to do that. It seems stupid that 4 of you have to try and book 4 different times to try and get one time as well. That seems stupid. You know, there's loads of stupid things.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Until somebody comes up with.
Well, exactly. There's not a solution, is there?
No.
Anyway, that's enough of me moaning. DP World Tour Championship in Dubai. It's a great 2 weeks, isn't it? I mean, you know, this slag off the European Tour a little bit at times because it's deeply uninteresting, I find. You know, when the PGA Tour's in full swing and the European Tour's somewhere in the Middle East or something, and the names you don't really know, other than 1 or 2 Scots that you pay attention to, you know, it's not that exciting. But there are some tournaments like these, the Dubai ones, that are great.
Yeah, and especially when there's nothing on in America as well.
They really keep the season going, don't they?
Yeah, they're not, and maybe they should look at that. They're not competing against the PGA Tour when it's on at the moment, isn't it? And we've got Europeans, the top Europeans, back playing in it as well because of that.
Yeah.
So it's maybe the way forward. The European Tour becomes more of a winter type tour, or off peak from the PGA Tour, which at the end of the day finishes in August.
It really finishes early, eh?
Yeah, so if you have September, October, November, right? Okay, given the December off, January, February, March, although the US Tour kicks in then, you'll get good 5 months there where you could have some big tournaments.
But these are good. Dubai as well. I've slagged off Dubai before, but you know, I talk about the crowds in the past sometimes. Yeah. But crowds are good now. I mean, I would say generally the atmosphere is pretty good. No?
Yeah, it looked okay at the weekend there, yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Golf courses are recognisable both the last 2 weeks. You know what's coming the last hole. You know, I think they've really, for me, turned into, you know, events I look forward to watching. Which in the past, Dubai, I wasn't that interested. I don't know, maybe I was. Tiger played and stuff like that, but yeah, great tournaments to watch.
Yeah, they've built up their limited history though it is. They've built it up, and it's same golf courses again, isn't it? Mm-hmm. When you know the golf course, you know what's coming. It definitely adds to it.
What do you think of that last hole? Do you think it's a great par 5 or a bit Mickey Mouse?
I don't think it's Mickey Mouse. I mean, they're still going in, you know, with fairway woods.
Yeah.
You know, which is unusual these days, isn't it? Let's face it. Not often you see them hitting woods into greens, is it? I mean, you have played it, Pete.
Yeah, it's very tricky. It's if you know, you saw Fitzpatrick in the playoff, for example. You know, you don't really aim at the fairway, you aim at the left in the rough, and you know you're going to play it as a 3-shotter if that's the way you play it. McIlroy's got the juice to maybe carry the water up the right hand side depending on the wind. It's a slit. It's just there's a burn that meanders all the way down the middle, and then even the layup is awkward. You know, it's most par 5s. The layup's pretty simple, innit? Close your eyes and whap it up, and then you leave your number. But the layup's awkward. It's an awkward hole. The actual shot into the green is very, very well designed.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, you get slither. You got that water up the left. The green tilts off. McIlroy's like again in the playoff. The bunker shot he left was so hard. If you bail out, depending on the flag, it totally depends on the flag position though, because sometimes that bailout leaves you the easiest bunker shot in the world. It's just, I suppose it's a good hole.
I suppose when I question the hole, it's not the second shot I'm really questioning. It is the drive, I think, because like McIlroy going over the water first time round, it's like God. He's only just over. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's some shot to take on that.
It's into the window. If he gets that flat cam, he can carry it easy. But it's like any hole. It's wind dependent. But
it's maybe a great hole. I mean, I maybe think it's a great hole.
Yeah, I think just from the way you just both talked about it, you've gone from is it a Mickey Mouse hole to that's actually a really good hole, isn't it?
Well, it gives you choices. Yeah, very few par 5s you get choices. Like you say, second shots at par 5s laying up are a waste of a shot in a way. You know, when you're laying up with a 9-iron or something.
I mean, it's not a complete gift of a birdie, is it?
No.
You've got to hit good shots to make birdie, and you did see lots of bogeys and doubles.
Yeah. No,
You know, you see guys missing the green right and chipping it into the burn.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I play it, the few times I've played it, I thought it was a decent hole. But the more I watch it, the more I like it, if that makes sense. So I kind of thought, maybe it just didn't suit my eye, but it's a stupid burn down the middle of the fairway. It's like, good God! And now I've got to start at left. I've got to aim at a bunker and hitting the rough. I'm like, oh, it's just lucky if I hit the fairway. It's just if I push it a wee bit, I'll get in the fairway.
Yeah, but you don't have to take the burn on either, do you?
No, but well, no. I mean, I'm par 5. This is my chance to make my score.
I'm not just talking about you personally, but you know, some guys don't just don't take it on.
No, they don't know.
What tournament was played there when you were on tour? Was it the Dubai Desert Classic?
Don't know. I don't know. I played it a few times. I don't. Must have played it. I played it in a tournament. I don't remember.
Okay,
it's been a long time for sure. Jesus, I don't even know where I had breakfast this morning. But no, it is a good golf course. It's. You're saying that they're 2 great weeks. I think they're okay. The courses are a little bit. They're okay. They're good golf courses. But the style of golf, it's like the European Tour plays all different styles of golf, and then it's that one style when you hit Dubai. It's kind of like, you know, McIlroy's going to compete regardless, right? But it's just kind of reasonably big fairways both weeks. Greens are reasonably big. I don't know. They seem very samey to me. I know Yas Links, everyone's going to go, oh, it's completely different than that, and it is, but it's just the same style of golf, and it's maybe just the temperature and all the rest, but. It's they're great weeks. The as a player, they're good fun to play. And look, it's the DP. They've signed another 10-year deal, haven't they? I mean, that's where the money is. So regardless, like them or lump them, that's where we are for the next 10 years. And
it's funny you say that. You know, it's the same type of golf, but you know, we're asking for. You know, we don't play enough links golf. We should have a link swing, which would be like, 3 weeks in a row playing links golf, and that would be the same kind of golf, wouldn't it?
I know. But what I mean is that they're big greens. They're big targets.
I suppose, you'd say when you go to India or some of these countries, it's all small greens. The ball stops quickly on the greens. You know, like it's the same time of golf over there. Everybody, yeah.
It's a different swing. We talk about it in swings these days, don't we? And that swing is a different style of golf than your India swing or your South African swing. Yes. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it is that type of swing, and it just so happens to suit. Those type of players. Although you go out and Tommy Fleetwood won in India, didn't he? So I mean, the best players will do the best regardless. But
it does seem to suit McIlroy quite a lot, doesn't it?
And Fitzpatrick, that's the third one.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't just meaning this, but every time McIlroy turns up in the Middle East, he seems to, who's going to meet McIlroy this week? I suppose that's the same every single tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. But the leaderboard is, we always the cream always seems to rise, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just, yeah. McIntyre, what was he? He had a good week again. He's really just consistent.
We struggled on the greens, he said.
Yeah.
A little bit, or maybe that was last week as well.
Putted like a P.
Dot.
I wasn't sure what that word was. But yeah.
Yeah, he did well. Look, there's loads. I see. Do you see that guy, Rory Cantor, who's been around for what? Well, he's been good for the last couple of years. He's not always been brilliant, but I see him as just. Maybe it's just the way. Next Justin Rose. I just sort of see him as this. Maybe not being the level of Justin Rose, obviously, but he just looks like this machine. Like I could see him being up there for the next 2-3 years quite easily. He looks machine-like.
He went to live, didn't he?
Laurie.
I think he played a couple of events. I don't. Did he play full live, or was he just a kind of one of these fill-ins?
I don't know. Right. He certainly played.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
A few live events, that's for certain.
He looks good, and he looks like a guy that's going to be there for a long time. I may be 100% wrong, but he just looks that way. Doesn't look flashy, but he just when he stands over the putter, it looks right. It just looks mechanically right. He doesn't look like he has it hard, but he's got speed. He's the right shape, the right height. He's just right. He looks like he could be very, very good. And
he fits with these top players.
Yeah,
but it's funny how he's going to be one of the guys that gets his PGA Tour card and heads across the pond. And it's funny how he knows he can hang with McIlroy, Fleetwood, and all these guys in these events. And funny how when you go across the pond, it's just a different. I mean, it's not golf, is it? There's something that changes, isn't it? Just I'm in a different country.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Away
it's all
from-
new, isn't it?
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. But yeah, he'd be one of the guys that you would think, he's got to do all right.
Well, he's only had a couple of good years, really. But
Yeah.
you could see him progressing quite well. I was glad to see Jordan Smith got in the 10th card there, because he could have just missed out there.
He was really screwed over last year. Jordan Smith, was he not the guy that finished
Yeah, he was
11th? He
Yeah.
finished 11th, but then who was it that went to live?
Tom McKibben, was it?
Tom McKibben went. He was 10th.
and he didn't get his.
They didn't
card.
go down to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems strange that. Why would they not do that? Because, I mean, it's not as though you finished 10th in the Order of Merit and you've got to finish in top 10. It's 10th without a tour card, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
10th not exempt. Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems strange that they didn't just go to him and give out the 10 cards just the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, he had a great last round as well, or was it third round? Can't remember. He shot like 7 on. He had a great weekend, I think. Because
Cantor.
Jordan Smith.
Oh,
He,
don't have his name.
he finished 7 under. I think he had a good last round, and there was a couple of guys like Hillier was right next to him, and he managed to catch up with him with 1 round to go. There was 2 or 3 that. By the way, it comes down to like 4 or 5 shots in the final round to who got their American tour. It's just
Who
it's
were the
exciting
guys
stuff.
that got the cards? Have you got that in front of you?
Marco Penge, Laurie Cantor, Christophe Ritang, Adrian Sadier, Alex Noren, John Parry, Haotong Lee, Nakajima, Kita Nakajima, who I think was number 1 amateur in the world, I remember, Rasmus Neergaard Pettersson and Jordan Smith. So that's your 10 going to the States. I was quite interested, actually, going back to the previous year. It took me a while to find this. It was really difficult to work these things out.
I know.
Jeez. But last year, out of our 10, and I'm pretty sure in America it's only top 100 keep their card now.
Yeah.
Rasmus Hogard finished 81st and Torbjörn Olsen 96. Is that still going on?
Torbjörn's still 96th now.
He's
And
96 right now.
Yeah, something like that. He's hanging on for
So
dear
it's
life.
still going. So he's holding. So at the moment there's only 2 of them. All the rest of them,
Have
Paul.
lost their card.
Yeah. The year before that we were saying, they've done so well. 10 of them got their card. McIntyre was obviously McIntyre and Pavon, who won, both finished well up there. But there was 5 of them kept their card and 5 of them lost their card. But yeah, I just
I would have said 5's not bad.
5's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5's not. Do you think 5 of them will manage this year?
Going by the names, I mean, Marco Penge. You just don't know. If Marco Penge could go over there and have a nightmare. I mean, he looks like he shouldn't. Hits the ball far, swings nicely, attacking golfer, confidence. You know, and you'd say Laurie Cantor looks the part as
Yeah,
well.
I'd say Sadie or Penge. Well, the top 3: Sadie or Penge and Cantor. They'd be my sort of stick-ons for doing well.
Neergaard looked good just
Neergaard looks good, but he looks young to me, and he looks like I kind of feel like 100% take your 2 card, off you go. You might be a superstar, but you know, if he came back, it wouldn't be like, he's just young. He's just still learning. He's just off challenge to it. It's first year on tour. So, you know, I know nowadays we talk about they don't need to learn the trade and all that, but you kind of do. You need to be hardened up a little bit, and that's what America. When you're talking about changing venues and where you're playing, that is part of it. It's just it's a new environment, new world again. So maybe the more experienced players will take it on board. Sadie has been out there a long, long time. He's only just come really good in the last couple of years, but he looks like a class act, doesn't he? Everyone can take it differently. And there's no scar tissue for some that might work the other way as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I mean, I heard McGinley talking about the European Tour, and a lot of people like us have said we really are a feeder tour now, and we're giving up our 10 best players every single year. And is that bad for the European Tour? But the reality he was saying was the European Tour's always been second tour, really.
Yeah,
as you've said for years, Stuart.
Well, it always was, wasn't it?
Yep.
But I mean, the European Tour was certainly more on a level, but it is what it is. And given these opportunities, pathways, I hate that word, pathways. It's like, oh God, pathway from the European Tour up to the PGA Tour is a good thing, really.
Yeah,
How else do you get on the PGA Tour?
No, it's just all about money, isn't it? Nothing else. They're going to play there for money, more money.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But these guys, it's good to see these guys coming back to the European Tour. I'm talking about your Tommy Fleetwoods, your Rorys, Matt Fitzpatrick. They're making these events what they are, and it makes the European Tour better. It suddenly creates that interest. Sometimes it's boring, the US Tour every week, isn't it?
Well, it's very boring just now. I mean, who wants to turn on the PGA Tour just now? It's dull. Nobody's playing. But
now's the sort of playoff stuff for getting your. I know what you mean, but now's the playoff stuff for keeping your card and stuff.
Yeah.
Top 100. It's not really about winning events.
Let's face it, the PGA Tour probably have, 10 events that are interesting, plus the majors. European Tour's probably got 10 events that are interesting.
Yeah, it probably has, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe there's nothing wrong in the world of golf. It's all fine.
Yeah. Yeah, tours within tours.
Yeah. McIlroy, though. Here we go. Before we come on to Fitzpatrick, McIlroy, the way he played that last hole, it's funny how, McIlroy should have won this tournament by, it looked like he was going to win by 4 or 5. He didn't have a single bad shot in the first 10, 11 holes.
Yeah.
And suddenly it just sort of frittered a couple of shots away. Missing fairways. There was one 3-wood I thought he hit, drive he hit far too close to the green at one of the par 4s. But he started missing fairways and then just dropped a couple of shots. So he didn't seem to be doing particularly bad, did he?
Yeah, he just got yourself in the wrong position. They kept saying, you're missing the fairways in the wrong place, and you've short-sided yourself. But he's human.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's human. I mean, he made 2 bogeys on Sunday. It's hardly a major collapse, is it? But it just looked like that from the way he played. And then Neergaard finished the last 5 holes 5 under. He said he made these 2 bogeys and he didn't birdie 14, 15.
Yeah, I think that they were almost bigger than the bogeys, not birdieing the birdie holes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can offset them a little bit. We're all going to make mistakes, but there's a couple of really easy holes coming in there that he didn't quite make. Which he said in his interview, like you said.
But he's turning into that guy, but he'll do it at the last. I mean, even though he needs to eagle it. There's not many guys that you think, but McIlroy might eagle this. And he did it in the Irish Open, and he's just so good.
He's just special.
He is special.
Yeah. Sort of Tiger. Tiger would do these things, didn't he? But I'm not saying Rory's in the same
but
bracket.
Didn't win.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Probably because the stupid burn at the last. I mean,
burn.
Did he hit the wrong shot in the playoff, or does he hit the right shot hitting driver?
I think he's got his advantage right there. You either play to your strengths or you don't. His strength's the driver, his best driver. Well, everyone says he's the best driver of the golf ball on the planet.
They said it was a wee bit windier, and the wind had got up from when he'd played it in regulation. So suddenly, I mean, he only carried it by 7 yards or something, didn't he? In regulation play, and he nutted it. So, was it?
Yeah, but it's more of a lefty hit. It was too straight. If he pushed it right, it would carry it. So it was more of that's what the stupid meandering burn does.
But if he hits 3-wood, he can't reach it, and then he still can reach with 3-wood onto the green.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's like, well, you could win it with being a driver. If he hits the fairway with the driver, he's probably going to win the match, whatever. Because Fitzpatrick's already missed the fairway. He knows he can't reach in 2. So
you can reach the water with 3-wood.
Well, okay, okay.
You can reach the water. This is what I mean about the hole. It's not an easy way to play it. Fitzpatrick's hit 3-wood.
It's still wider if he hits 3-wood.
He's not. But if you're being honest with yourself, if you're hitting 3-wood, you're not aiming for fairway, you're aiming for the left-hand rough. So then, if you're saying McIlroy can reach with 2 3-woods, yeah, he could, but he's going to have to rely on a nice, good lie in the rough and not get a jumper with another 3-wood to get up there. To me, it's driver you go for it, or you lay up.
Well, I just felt like I think probably driver was the right shot. I don't know for him.
So do I. Yeah, it's a strength.
But at the same time, there's a train of thought to think, well, with the driver you can lose it. You can lose it or win it, whereas with another club you've got another chance, don't you?
Yeah, and you still fancy Fitzpatrick to make birdie, don't you? I mean, hit a terrible third shot.
It's a good birdie though. I mean,
it's still a good birdie, but you still fancy him to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, they're both playing that whole stand. I need birdie, or I've lost. I know it didn't work out that way, but that's what they're both standing the tee thinking. I've got to make birdie here. right, to stay in it.
Yeah. I just think it's driver all day. I actually think Fitzpatrick should hit driver as well.
Yeah,
and give himself a chance to go for it. But
I don't disagree. I think when you drive it as good as what Rory drives it, that's driver.
yeah, and Matt, I mean, they're both phenomenal drivers of the ball. But I see it as driver all day. You go out to win it. You don't wait for somebody else to mess up. But and like you said, he hit it in the water, but he can still reach with after his drop. So he can still make 5. He's got 2 bites at it.
So that's him winning 7 order merits, gets past Seve, crying
6.
a little bit. 7.
7. Yep, 7.
4 in a row, passes Seve. One behind Monty.
Here's a question for you guys. There's only 3. When I say 3, I mean in modern history, so from the 60s onwards. There's only 3 non-Europeans to win the Order of Merit. Who are they?
Els.
Yes.
VJ? Norman?
No.
Ratif.
Ratif. And there's one other. I love it when you guys don't know the answer.
Morikawa.
Correct. It's quite Morikawa. Yeah, he won it about 4 years ago, didn't he?
He won the actual DP World Tour, didn't he? The championship.
Yeah, and then the Order of Merit as well, yeah.
That's good, that. But anyway, McIlroy's on 7, 1 behind Monty. But I was thinking, I don't think over the course of a season, I think there's one person that could beat him, and he's on live. So, I don't think anybody else other than John Ram can beat him over a season in the European Tour. Who's going to stop him next couple of years?
Well, Tyrrell had a chance. He's on live.
I know, tiny chance. He did have a chance. He has to do really well in the limited events he gets to go in.
But that's it, though, isn't it? That's like.
But you could argue, I suppose you could say, if Fitzpatrick has a good year, he could do it. Tommy could do it now.
I think they can all beat him, yeah. But I think the chances over a whole season of beating McIlroy is so. I just think the Rams on the guy can do it.
But does this?
Fleetwood, I think Fleetwood, but you would say he's
well, right now because he's
got
on
himself
top
to a new level this year.
But it's easy saying Fleetwood's had a brilliant year. McIlroy just has an okay. If McIlroy had Fleetwood's year, you'd be thinking McIlroy had a pretty crap year. You wouldn't you? It was rubbish. I mean, he only won 1. That's a bad McIlroy year.
Do you think it detracts a little bit from the getting to the?
He's talking about McIlroy talks about this being his best year ever.
I think it potentially is. Yeah.
You're saying he only won 1.
No, I'm saying Fleetwood only.
Fleetwood.
If McIlroy had Fleetwood's year,
Right.
I think he would be pretty disappointed with that year. No majors. Great, won the FedEx Cup, but yeah, whatever. Won one tournament. Lots of lots of losers. I'm just saying he's a different level, isn't he? He's just
he's superstar.
I can't see him not getting past Monty. Is where I'm trying to get to.
Would it? This is a question. Not a question, but is it as good like an achievement? So if you're saying, for example, 2 of his hardest competitors to take that title off him would be Ram and Hatton, would be 2 who can't compete against him because they can, but they're not playing enough events to really try and win the Order of Merit. So then you've obviously got Europeans that would play in America. These guys have to do it in the majors and all these big ones. But Monty did it
playing in Europe.
Monty did it playing Europe, but when more big Europeans were all together. I'm just saying, is it as impressive winning 8 Order of Merits now, or was it more impressive when Monty did it?
The thing is, every tournament McIlroy plays on the European Tour is all the players are there. So you could argue, well,
Yeah.
So if he turned up in the Spanish Open...
Yeah, he's not going to turn up in the Spanish and nobody else show up. Well, Ram does.
Just because it's Spanish Open.
I suppose you could argue as well, though, and I said it last week, if it was set up the way it's set up now, Monty wouldn't have won any of these because Tiger would have been a member and would have won most of them.
Yeah. Oh, you could argue everything, couldn't you?
Tiger, you just have to delete Tiger from all talking involved because it doesn't make it. None of it makes sense when you involve Tiger.
I know.
Is McIlroy? I've had this chat before, but I've just written down some numbers now. Right, so the best European golfer ever has to come down to 3 players. Would that be fair? Anybody else other than Seve, Faldo, and McIlroy? Has to be those 3.
And modern players, yeah.
Oh, even right. You talking about Tommy Armour the third?
No, let's not go back to Donald's youth.
I'm sure Tommy Armour the third played in the 80s on the PGA Tour.
So
he was an American.
Is he the best? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, is he the best? So I'll go through the numbers. Right, I'm going to give you the numbers.
Oh.
So wins, worldwide wins. These don't make much sense. Seve won 90, but that includes about 6 Spanish under-25s championships,
Yeah, Pro-Ams.
which I looked at. But Rory's won. There's 1 or 2 that are listed like the Hinch competition. So yeah, but
Boys Open surely don't count.
Sorry,
Boys Open surely don't count.
I'm counting mine. 3. Seve 90, Faldo 43, Rory 45. PGA Tour wins 9 Seve, 9 Faldo, 29 Rory. European Tour wins 50 Seve, 30 Faldo, 20 Rory. Majors 5, 6, 5. So Faldo's the beating of that. Obviously Rory's won the Grand Slam, so he's won all the majors, whereas Faldo and Seve just won the Masters and the Open each, didn't they? And then the career span is going to be pretty similar in the end. You know, Seve first win to last win in 18 years, Faldo 19 years, and McIlroy's currently in 14 years, but you got to think he's going to keep winning for the next 2 or 3 years anyway.
Yeah, I think Seve was what everyone talks about. He was probably one of the most influential. He changed how people thought about Ryder Cups. How he some phenomenal quotes from Seve and all this. Faldo's Rory to me, yeah, Rory to me is by far the best. Not by far, but you can't really look at numbers together because Faldo and that didn't really play in America that much, and the times were different. But To me, he's the best. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, Seve was my golfing hero growing up, but I agree. Rory has surpassed Seve as far as achievements concerned. I mean, level in majors, Faldo's still one ahead, but just in the fields he's been playing in America, and he's winning more in America. Faldo's still playing in America quite a wee bit. Nothing like Rory did, but yeah, I think so.
I think people.
And Seve was obviously more popular than Faldo as well, so he's always.
Seve was
Ryder Cup.
an inspiration for European golf, really.
Yeah, and
by the way, I can see Rory being an inspiration for in years to come. People look back and see how he dragged them through that Ryder Cup to get, whether he with the point, the same as what Seve did. And Rory talks really, really highly about Seve and spoke to his wife just before they speak and all the rest. And I have a feeling people will talk like that with Rory.
So do I. That's exactly
when he's done.
When he's done, yes, not yet.
That's exactly what they'll say.
Yeah.
Some people don't listen to him.
But not everyone liked Seve. Seve.
Oh no.
People forget how Seve was. I'm not badmouth Seve, but he jingled his pocket when you were hitting a ball. He would be crunching.
He's a bad man.
Crunching on his crisps at your impact. I mean,
if Seve was playing out, he'd be on live.
Yeah, chasing the money.
No, he'd be on live.
He was a controversial character, as much as everyone loved him and all that. But that's what comes with genius. But
McIlroy does as well, and he says the wrong things. It's like the whole Ryder Cup thing. I was listening to Paul Azinger, and I'm sure you've heard Paul Azinger talking about the Ryder Cup. McIlroy. We sat in here after McIlroy played the Ryder Cup, and how he told the crowds to F you, and F you, and F off and everything. He did all that, and then he sat in the tent afterwards and told the media that he thinks golf should be held to a higher regard and that we shouldn't be, the crowd shouldn't be acting like that.
Yeah,
but if he had just shut up and not, he would have got away with saying that had he not shouted at the crowd. But
if you keep poking the bear, it's going to bite you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but he would have just he could have been. If he had done it the other way, if he had shut up, or if he had just said it and then never commented, that'd been fine as well. Because none of us blame him for, popping. Yeah. Anyway, Rory McIlroy won $35 million this year. Quite a lot. He's pretty good at.
How much was he behind Scotty Scheffler?
I don't know. I just see his year. He just wins hundreds of thousands every week, and then at the Canadian Open he won nothing. I was thinking that's quite cool, isn't it? That's the cool thing about golf, and that's why we have to have cuts. I like the fact McIlroy earned nothing for going to Canada.
I know. Honestly, toast and beans that week. Following week.
Other than the £2 million, turning up fee that you got or whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
but Fitzpatrick, what an end to the season he had. Like, some of it was, is he going to make the Ryder Cup, this, that, and the other? And what a turnaround he's had, isn't it? Really, the last half of the season. Mm-hmm. Since he was told to get his finger out, he certainly got his finger out, didn't he?
Yeah, the Ryder Cup was obviously a huge inspiration for him, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Just to make that team or justify his pick.
Yep.
And it definitely turned it around, yeah.
Yep.
And you just knew he was going to up and down that in the playoff, didn't you?
Yeah, with his little cross-handed chipping
style.
Yeah,
and that was not an easy chip when you saw it.
It looks great. I've practiced a couple of shots doing that cross-handedness and all the rest, and to me it's really hard work. But I see the merits in it, and I can understand it. I just,
another thing I was thinking when I watched Fitzpatrick, he doesn't smile a lot, does he?
No.
And yet I never think of him being a miserable golfer.
I don't know. I think we've all mentioned him being quite miserable at times.
Okay, but he doesn't smile a lot. But
quite boring, really, is what you're saying. But
you're starting to make him sound like Aaron Rai now. I was trying to compare him to Aaron Rai. Aaron Rai's got like a boring game, and maybe doesn't smile a lot. Whereas Fitzpatrick has this exciting kind of looking swing, and doesn't smile a lot. So I much prefer Fitzpatrick play golf.
I wouldn't say. I don't know. I don't mind. He's grown on me, Fitzpatrick.
I like Fitzpatrick. I do. I like the fact he's hitting the ball further. He's working the stack system. It's very,
well done. Mm-hmm. Took you 45 minutes before he mentioned it.
Yes, is he going to be around as one of our top players for a good few more years yet?
Yes.
Do you ever feel like he's just sort of hanging on?
Fitzpatrick?
No? Yeah, you don't feel like that, no?
I have done it at times, but no, he's a class act. Like he puts a lot of effort into his speed, a lot of effort into everything. He writes down every golf shot he's ever hit. He does more than the rest. You would argue he's up there with doing more than the rest. So he deserves everything.
Stenson is coming back to the European Tour. He's paid all his fines and he's been lost his playing privileges and live, and he's coming back. Be interesting to see how he gets on. He's got to be still able to play golf.
How old is he now, Stenson?
47 maybe.
Oh, is he that old?
Yeah, I mean he was going to be Ryder Cup captain, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. So that's tend to be Ryder Cup captain when you're coming to the twilight of your career, really, don't you? So I've got no issues with Stenson coming back. He went, held his hands up, went for the money. Yeah. You've never heard him moaning once.
Correct.
About what's happened, about points, about anything at all. So no issues at all with Henrik Stenson coming back.
So when Peter mentioned it earlier, DP World have renewed their European Tour sponsorship for another 10 years or something, and they've made noises that they want golf to heal their wounds. And I kind of thought that meant they want live guys to start coming along more often to play. It's a Dubai company.
Why? I don't see why they wouldn't. If they want to play more golf and be competitive.
If Stenson won his tour card through European Tour next year, which is probably unlikely, I don't think he's going to do that, but he's good enough probably. The PGA Tour allow him back at that point.
These are all like $1 million questions, isn't it? Or hundreds of millions.
But will it become the route? It might become the route back to the PGA Tour for John Ram and Tyrrell Hatton. Yeah, but then Tyrrell Hatton would have done it this year, wouldn't he? So it's still not there.
But he's still staying on live, isn't he?
Still on live. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Okay.
So they'd have to give up their live status, wouldn't they?
It could just be such a great thing for European Tour golf if we have these guys playing more regularly.
Yeah, if you see DeChambeau playing a bit, and Koepka playing a bit, it would be great.
Yeah. By the way, the European Tour have dropped from 110 now to 100 for their cards. You got to be in the top 100 to keep your card. Challenge Tour graduates have dropped from 20 to 15 this coming year, and Q School graduates have dropped from 20 to 15 as well. Harder and harder to even get on that tour.
It is, yeah.
But
I was speaking to Mike Thompson. He was downstairs this week, and he was out at tour school with Yannick Paul. Who you remember the name Yannick Paul? And I was like,
Ryder
what?
Cup.
You can't even remember tour school. I thought he was like Yeah, he was close to Ryder Cups. He was this. I thought he must have had but he says no. The 2-year exemption is over, so he had to go back to the school. It's amazing how quickly he can fall from grace, isn't it? So now he's back down. I suppose he'll be back down playing Challenge Tour. And then I was actually saying to him as well. I just heard because I was on. Not that I followed the Asian Tour too much, but there was a young kid, Dominic Fuss, who he first came out when I was still playing, and I was like, oh, the young German guy. I thought, superstar. This boy. I mean, he was only like 17 when he first came out, and I was like, this boy's a superstar. He is the next big name. He dropped off the face of the planet and not heard of him for, it's 10 years. And then finally he won last week, or 2 weeks ago, I think it must have been. But yeah, it's amazing how people can just sort of pop up and disappear. But yeah, Yannick Paul, I was very, very surprised at that. But
yeah, because he looked a shoe in for Ryder Cup 2 years ago, didn't he?
He never looked... he was one of those... the golf swing is his own. He does everything his own way. But yeah, he looked like he produced the numbers every single week in Europe, didn't he? But yeah, these things happen.
Anyway, right, that's the end of all the news in golf. We're about to have a bit of an off season now, I think. I don't think there's much going on. There's
DP Tour starts next week in 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, okay. And the PGA Tour's not going. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, they're the same. They're just kind of whatever they're doing.
They're having Christmas off.
And but we'll probably come back for another maybe a review of the year or something.
Ooh.
Do I do that?
Yeah.
Will we do that, Donald?
Yeah, well, only if Andy comes.
But he'll not have anything to review. Okay, right, we'll call it a day. See you next week. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.